With the cat dragged in. Partsexpress. In my garage, I got some cedar projects going on right now. For some Christmas presents. Decided to get some recessed handles. Their Partsexpress brand. Seems to be pretty good. I'm hoping this really tightens down. I might have to put some sort of like a little foam gasket in here. I think it'll be all right once everything's bolted down. I still mind anyways, just to help seal everything off. Yeah, it should be okay, as long as I do the cutout right. So I got 2 of these to go in my garage boombox setup I'm gonna be doing here soon. Some more Partsexpress screws. Part number is 081-480. Got the 1/2 inch and the 3/4. Love these truss head screws, Phillips self-tapping. They're very, very sharp. I do poke myself all the time with these things. Some of the corner protectors. Got 8 of them. And then depending on what Partsexpress decides, I might not do 2 of these ports. I might just do a sealed box. But I'm gonna have to figure out how much my Sony receiver will push this 15-inch woofer. If it pushes it hard enough, I could probably get away with a sealed box. If it does not, make it more efficient, and it'll be tuned lower anyways. Do with the 4-inch aero ports. So these are 17 inches long. Got 2 of them. And like a 3 cubic foot box should give me under 35 hertz tuning, I think, when I did the math. Let's see here. I don't know if I'm gonna use box tape or whatever. Not sure. To make them permanent, I might just put some CA glue on there. Yeah, these look pretty good. The flare should definitely help keep the chuffing noise down. So these are pretty thin. I don't know if I'd use these on like a DC level 5, 12, or 15. It might crack these, but for my purposes, these are going to work perfect if I decide to use them. So I'm doing for the first time a 3-way. Put this aside. Doing a 3-way setup with the 15-inch mid, and there's a second precision airport port in there. So doing like a budget build, which is always fun to do. The worst thing I can do is I can replace the speakers with something a little better in the future. So do the Dayton Audio 3-way crossover. So this is the 375 3K. Gosh, this thing's heavy as shit too. I don't know the part number on this, but that's all right. So I'm unboxing everything. I got everything in the mail today and just got out of work. So 4 8-ohm woofer. These always look so nice. So yeah, so I figured if I'm going to do a ported box, cutting it off at 375 should let the woofer be more efficient with the lows instead of getting kind of muddied up with all highs. So I got one of them. So here, and I got Goldwood. Decided to try Goldwood. I usually run Dayton everything, or Hyde or Schwann, whatever side you want to call it. But here is their $26 6.5 mid-range. I think the FS on this is 60 some hertz. Let's see here. The Goldwood 206-/8. So yeah. Let's see here. 20 ounce magnet. This is pretty hefty. This is just as heavy, if not almost heavier than the Dayton Audio Classics, to be honest. And I kind of like the old school design too. It's a pretty stiff dust cap. And then the ridges in here. It's got a nice little foam surround. I do like that it has the front gasket because I will be rear mounting everything. So it's got just a standard like yellow spider like you see everywhere else. The one review on Partsexpress.com unfortunately showed the magnet fell off. The time was like December of 2020, and my only thing I can see is quality control went down because of COVID over in China, and shit happens. But other than that, the frequency response starts to fall off around 5K, and then, or no, it falls off pretty hard around like, well, according to Goldwood. I know some reviews, people test their speakers, especially their tweeters, they're like, oh, the frequency response is not the same, but on Partsexpress's website, the frequency starts to fall off around 3.5, 4K. So this will kick in at 3K for this little guy, which can be crossed at 3K. Let's see here. This is, give me a second. All right, I've used a couple of these in a couple builds in the past, and then I got one video on my channel of these just powered on the radio, crossed at 4.5K. And these did really well. These are very loud. I think they sound better than like a titanium or aluminum dome tweeter. I mean, some people argue with me on that, which is fine. I have the CT Sounds 4-inch and 6 of the CT Sounds 4-inch tropos in my truck, and they're loud. I had to really turn the treble down on them because there's really no adjustments for that. The little crossover that those have is just a capacitor, but $6.98 for this guy. Got some weight to it too. So let's consider it a 3-inch paper cone tweeter. The response is, I think it's above 95 dB, and it goes 3K to right around 20K. Let's see here, get the 15-inch Woofer out next. All right. The crazy thing is that 6.5 about has a bigger motor on it than this 15, which is okay, but I'm crossing this at 375. This should be really efficient to help with the vocals and shit like that. So yeah, I have no idea which combination I'm going to do for setup. I don't want to do a snowman, looks kind of dumb, but these two will be in probably a cedar enclosure. Maybe do like a cherry face. This is going to be removable, and these are going to be in their own chamber. That way the pressure from this doesn't interfere with this. Doesn't over excurge it, which I don't think it does. This thing's pretty stiff. So is this. This is moderate for 15. This was like $58 as of right now. It's got good reviews on it. So this is the 215/8. Oh, it's got a 20 ounce motor on it too. So these actually have the same motor. That's crazy. Very close, very similar. So I'm sure it's got a little bit bigger voice go, but the ounce of the magnet, I guess, is the same. So the free air resistancy on this guy, I think, was 32 hertz. So it's very compliant. I'm hoping that maybe I can get away with the sealed box because I want to build the box as compact as possible so I can put it on a TV stand from the wall over there so I can adjust it, and then I need to remove it. I just pick it up, pick it off the TV mount, and call it a day. So yeah. All right, so give me a few minutes and I'm gonna hook this up and we're gonna free air this for the first time. If this is a bust, oh well, live and learn. I'll go buy a Dayton Audio Classic 15, and I got, I think, a Classic 6.5 laying around. So hopefully this will work. Yeah. See you in a few minutes.
April Fool's jerk.
All right, so I have spent 20 plus minutes figuring out that while the brand new receiver in the box is got some filter issues or something, there's crackling coming through when it's paused. So I brought the old 590 from the house that's not being used right now. This is my second one I've had. These have been pretty good. That's why I bought the 190, the Sony STR-DH190. This is the 590 version, the 5-channel, but I got it in 2-channel mode. Yeah, so I thought it was the crossover at first, so I went and just manually hooked up the woofer in the mid on the 190, the 2-channel Sony receiver, and hooked up another just a crossover head laying around just to keep the tweeter safe. And that kind of went away, and then about 30 seconds later, low volumes, it started crackling really bad, and so then I decided to put this in. The crackling was coming through all 3 speakers, and I'm like, okay, well, the crossover's not hooked up to the mid or the woofer, so yeah. So I got the 590 out here. I'm actually probably going to use this because when the 190 was working, it barely moved that 15. And this thing's only supposed to be rated at it's like less than 150 watts. So the Sony 190 is, I don't know, 90 watts per channel if it's lucky. And it's having problems. So Sony is supposed to warranty this. I got a hold of them today. What a pain in the ass. So I'm probably going to use this for the garage for now until I get like a Crown. Was it their 800 XLI? It's like 300 watts RMS times 2. And it's bridgeable too. Yeah, these are not bridgeable, so I figured out the hard way too. I thought I could bridge on the 190 by doing a negative and a positive, but it doesn't work that way. Oh yeah, sponsored by Busch Light. So see here, I do a little bit of a test of some free air. And I also have already ordered another 15, another 6.5, and another 3-inch mid. I am just going to run two 15s, and I ordered 2 more of the precision aero ports as well. So can't have that playing in the background. I guess I could play some rap. Let's see what we got here.
White is what we smoke in Michigan is where it's growing. Popped another half a bar. Now I am an animal looking for a pretty. Tonight I am a cannibal. Two miles, orange juice. I'm loose cause I'm on Crown and Goose. I'm super trippy, vision blurry. I barely know what I should do. My heart is pumping, pupils vibrating back and forth inside my head. I still go harder than most of the people I know.
So yeah, it's not too bad, and that's just on the 1 channel. So when the other one get the other one, we'll run play both at the same time. And like I was talking about earlier with the crossover, this is crossed at 375, and then this is crossed at 3K. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. Even just kind of for free air, it's a 15, so you know it has a lot of cone area, so it's pretty easy to make bass. I think it's going to do pretty good, and each of these should be in about a 3 cubic foot box with the 2 4-inch aero ports at 17 inches long, according to the Ultimate Car Audio app. It should be around 32 to 35 hertz, which should be plenty for something like this. So yeah, I looked at the resonant frequency on this again earlier today, and this is 29 hertz, so it's pretty good. But yeah, so I guess I'm going to sacrifice this for now as the garage receiver. Just because it has quite a bit more power. It has 145 watts per channel. And I get that one warranted, and maybe I'll do a 2-channel for the house for a little while. I'm not sure. 2-channel, and it does have an audio output on the back. So I'm hoping, it's brand new, it's ridiculous. I bought 2 of these, so I have to tell you a little story. So, yeah, it's got the output RCAs. Should be able to go to the Dayton Audio SPA-250 that I have, drive kind of whatever sub I want. But story is, I've ordered one online. It was an open box deal. And, well, got to the house and it didn't turn on. I'm like, wow, it doesn't work. Contact them. They're like, nope, you got to come to the store. Come to the store. I'm like, I want to make sure they both work. So the one originally was for a customer that wanted it for the cherry-faced boombox that I built with the yellow Hyde speakers. And I noticed that didn't have near as much power as this guy. When I was originally testing that speaker that I built for a customer, this really drove him to the moon. And when he hooked it up, he's like, man, don't have much bass. I'm like, what are you talking about? It should sound fine, you know. We hooked it all up. And sure shit doesn't. That's why I ended up putting passive radiators in the back of it just to help them out a little bit. And definitely improve the bass, but they can use more power. So yeah, probably end up, once that warranty's taken care of, it's like 6 months old. It's been sitting in the box on the shelf for a while. Once the warranty's taken care of, I'll probably put it inside and just run a 2-channel. I don't have the room in the house the way everything's organized to really run a 5.1 or a 5.2, whatever you want to call it, surround sound. So, well, I hope this has answered some questions. This video's kind of getting long. I would buy this stuff again. I know sometimes you can deal with poor quality. I mean, you might get something that's fucked up. Call Partsexpress. I'm sure they'll fix it up for you. I don't know what kind of warranties they have for, like, you know, Dayton Audio's got their 5-year warranty. But for the price, I mean, Dayton Audio's 15, which is a little bit beefier. No, actually, it's only 100 watts RMS. Well, it's got a bigger motor on it for sure. Dayton Audio wants $109 on sale. This was $58. So, yeah, you get what we pay for sometimes, but I just wanted the old school look. So, yeah, for sure. This thing costs more than the Woofer. This crossover is like $62 right now. $7. It's 26. That's 58. So I got 3 more. One of each of these coming in the mail. Another crossover. 2 more 4-inch aero ports. So hopefully it'll be hanging up where the flag's at. Start putting some plywood up and do 215s. Should sound pretty good. Later, guys.
Want more?
Yeah.